Right now, inside ZANU PF, something serious is building up, and the situation is becoming more sensitive as each moment passes. President Emerson Mnangagwa is said to be very unhappy, and the focus is now on George Charamba. What is making this situation more serious is the issue of loyalty and how it is now being connected to Vice President Constantino Chiwenga. So let us go straight into it clearly so everyone can understand. There is a strong push coming from the top level, and the message is firm. The president wants full loyalty from people around him, especially those who speak on his behalf. George Charamba is not just an ordinary person in government. He is someone who carries the voice of the president. Every message he puts out is seen as coming directly from the highest office. Now imagine a situation where that same person begins to be seen as moving closer to another powerful leader inside the same party. That is where the problem starts. Right now, Mnangagwa is taking this matter seriously, and the call for Charamba to step aside is being seen as urgent. When a leader reacts this way, it shows that trust has been affected. And once trust is affected at that level, things begin to change very fast. At this point, just take 1 second and make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because this story is still developing and you do not want to miss any updates. Now let us continue. Vice President Chiwenga is also a very strong figure. He has influence and many people respect him, especially from his background. Over time, there have been quiet tensions between him and Mnangagwa, even though both are still part of the same leadership. These kinds of tensions are not always spoken about openly, but they show through actions. And what we are seeing now is one of those moments where things are beginning to show. The question many people are asking now is simple. Why now? Why is this happening at this time? The answer may be deeper than what we are seeing on the surface. Inside politics, especially in a party that has been in power for a long time, positions and influence matter a lot. People want to protect their space. People want to remain trusted. And leaders want to make sure that everyone around them is fully aligned. So if there is even a small sign that someone is leaning in another direction, it becomes a big issue. This is why this situation is not small. Now, think about this carefully. If Charamba is asked to leave immediately, it will send a message across the entire system. It will tell everyone that loyalty must be clear. It will also make others very careful about how they position themselves. But at the same time, it can also increase tension, because when one person is removed in such a strong way, others may begin to feel uncertain. They may begin to ask themselves where they stand. And when many people begin to feel that way, the atmosphere changes. Now, let us look deeper into the connection with Chiwenga. Chiwenga has always been seen as someone with strong backing. His presence alone carries weight. So whenever his name is connected to any internal matter, it becomes serious. Even if he's not directly involved, the idea that people around the president could be closer to him creates a perception. And in politics, perception is very powerful. Sometimes perception can even be stronger than facts. So what we are seeing now could be part of a bigger picture. A picture where different forces inside the party are trying to position themselves for the future. And this is where things become very interesting for you as a viewer, because you are not just watching a simple story. You are watching a moment that could shape what happens next. So stay with me, and do not forget again to like this video and subscribe, because I will keep breaking everything down in a simple way for you. Now, another important thing to understand is how decisions are made at this level. When a leader like Mnangagwa makes a strong move, it is not done lightly. It usually comes after careful thinking and observation. That means this situation may have been building up quietly for some time. What we are seeing now could just be the result of something that has been happening behind the scenes. And when it finally comes out, it looks sudden, but in reality, it has been growing step by step. Now, let me explain it in a simple way. It is like pressure building inside a container. At first, nothing is visible, but as pressure increases, one small crack can release everything at once. That is what political tension looks like sometimes. Now, if this situation continues, we may start to see more changes. We may see reshuffles. We may see new appointments. We may see stronger messages coming from leadership. All these are signs that something is shifting. And when things begin to shift at the top, it affects everything below. Now, let me bring it closer to you again. As you are listening, ask yourself this question. Is this a sign of a bigger change coming? Or is it just a moment that will pass quickly? Drop your opinion in the comments. And once again, make sure you like this video and subscribe so you stay updated. Now, let us continue deeper into the situation. One thing that stands out clearly is the issue of control. Leadership always wants to maintain control, especially when things are uncertain. And one way to maintain control is by making sure that everyone around is fully aligned. So if there is doubt, action is taken. That is exactly what this situation looks like. But control also comes with responsibility, because every action taken will have a reaction. If people feel pushed, they may react in different ways. If people feel uncertain, they may begin to adjust their positions. And that is how internal movements begin. Now, let us not forget something very important. ZANU-PF is a strong and experienced party. It has gone through many situations before. So this is not the first time there has been tension. But every situation is different. And what makes this one stand out is the level at which it is happening. When it involves top figures, it becomes more sensitive. Now, as this continues, more information may come out. We may hear official statements. We may see public reactions. We may notice changes in how things are communicated. All these will give us a clearer picture. But for now, what we can see clearly is that there is movement, and that movement is something we must watch closely.